I want to kind of talk about first is how you found TikTok and why'd you make that the platform of your choice?
Yeah. So I was a builder in Western Kentucky. I was a contractor, built homes and did remodeling and moved to Central Kentucky, got away from that aspect of the business, but was always in the home improvement industry, working for various companies and representing products and things like that. And still always had that urge to build and to create and take a pile of lumber and turn it into something awesome. Still always had that desire. And so we had a home, and our bourbon collection was set in a curio cabinet. Like that's where it was in our china cabinet.
That's how it always starts.
And it got to grow a little bit beyond that. And so we had our second child, and we were wanting some more room. And so we found this house great house, loved the house. But as we were touring it, we walked downstairs and saw the basement. And, in my mind, being the creative person that I like to be, I saw
every man, by the way, also has this vision.
I saw this
walk to the basement.
Completed project.
But he can do it. That's the nice part.
I saw this completed project, and I'm like, all right, here, these big 12-foot ceilings in a basement, which was really cool. I'm like, all right, here's the bar, and then here's where I can build this Rickhouse. Because working for Buffalo Trace, I loved walking in Warehouse C, which anytime you Google bourbon in Kentucky, almost 9 times out of 10, it's Warehouse C that you see a picture of. It's this 1885 warehouse that you walk in, and just looking at a picture, you can smell it, right? And so I never got tired of walking in that warehouse, and I wanted to create that in my home. And so in my mind, we're touring this house, and I see the bar, and I see a Rickhouse next to it. I'm like,
but we both don't see that. we both don't know that part.
Absolutely clear. Yeah.
The bar was definitely clear on both of us. The Warehouse C replica, not aware.
So I'm good at building things. Communication may not be the strongest. Yeah. So we bought the house, and immediately started going to work and built the bar. These cool, very similar to what you got. Kind of pipe shelving, very rustic, copper looking countertop. Of course, Chip and Joanna Gaines will be proud. There's some shiplap involved.
Yeah, there you go.
And so got this done, and right next to it, I painted the wall black. And she's like, the rest of the room is gray. What are you doing? I'm like, Rickhouse. She's like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, no, that's going to be a Rickhouse. And so drew it up, had these plans, sourced some barrels that were empty. So don't call me Netflix.
I mean, if they weren't, we'll figure it out later.
That's right. That's right. So these empty barrels, and figured out how to cut a barrel in half and hang a round barrel on a flat wall, so figured that out and built this Rickhouse. And so that's how we got to become.
Probably a lot of sanding involved to just get that flat surface correct.
A lot of sanding and bourbon for sure. So as I was building it, I was posting pictures on a bourbon Facebook group, and people were commenting saying, man, that looks really cool. Tell me how you did it. You got to start a TikTok. You got to start an Instagram. And I'm like, to what you said, I'm not a dancing teenager. I know nothing about TikTok or really Instagram. Like, I've got it, but I've never posted a picture. So got the bar done, and we were hosting a mixology class for some of our friends. We had 15, 20 people down, hired a mixologist to come in and show people how to make a few cocktails. And so it looked really cool, had glasses set up, had some cocktail tables set up down there. And I filmed one video just walking down the stairs and just panning the bar. And the way TikTok works, if you're not on TikTok, is, a lot of times you reuse people's sounds. So they'll film a video, and you can strip the sound from it and kind of do your video over top of it. And at that time, it helps if you find whatever is viral and do that. So I figured out this sound that I had seen a few videos on, and it's, everybody has that one thing in their house that everybody thinks is super cool. And then, could be an airplane, could be, whatever the list is. And so that's the sound I use. So you didn't see either one of us in this video. You didn't hear either one of our voices. It was just walk down the basement, pan the bar, and the video was in. And I posted it. I didn't tell her about it. I didn't do anything. I just posted it and planned to forget about it. I sufficed the request of, I started a TikTok and posted a video.
And you put the video back in the Facebook group to make all of them happy.
Put the link. And again, that was my one and done. And the next morning I remembered, wonder how that TikTok video did. I woke up and it had 100,000 hits on it. I'm like, huh.
Yeah.
Well, that was kind of cool,
Maybe, hopefully this isn't a one-hit wonder sort of thing.
That's right. Yeah. So at that point, the endorphins kind of started kicking in, because I had left Buffalo Trace a couple months before. Again, I still love the distillery. It was COVID kind of changed the fun of it. Of course, it's back now and it's doing great. But I still had that urge to tell the story. And so because I had a lot of stories, I was like, well, let's see what a story could look like. And at that point, the longest video you could do was 59 seconds, minute-long videos. That was it. So I'm like, all right, well, how can I condense any of these stories down into a 1-minute video? And I just gave it a shot. I started telling some little 1-minute snippet stories. And then, we got to enough followers where we could do a 3-minute story and started doing 3-minute stories. And it just took off. People started really liking it. There's 1,000 people, even on TikTok, that do reviews. We weren't going to be a review channel. We wanted to stick with the stories. Having done some marketing at different aspects of my career, I wanted to find something that set us apart, something that made us a little bit different, figure out who our target was. And certainly our target was people that enjoy bourbon, but we also want to highlight and bring in people that don't know anything about bourbon, that don't like bourbon, and kind of bring them into the industry. And so, she's seeing this, she's seeing, what I'm doing on TikTok, and, she's got a great speaking voice, does a lot of public speaking and loves bourbon. So, hey, why don't you do one? And so that's when she got into it as well.